name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who is very much so into you. And I do think that there is a little bit of doubt. I don't know if they feel like they have much of a chance with you, but when they think about you, maybe I shouldn't quote that song. When they're lonely at night, you're the one that they picture. How do I say this delicately? They like the way that you look, and they would like to see how you look without clothing. And I do want to also clarify that this is not just somebody who is interested in you physical intimacy wise. This is someone who does also have emotions involved. They care about you, they want to see you happy, but they're also incredibly attracted to you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member and also how to get one of my homemade candles. Yay! Let's dive in with the energy oracle and see what else we've got about this emotional connection that makes somebody very thirsty. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Matt gets first like. I can confirm that because there's only one showing up for me. All right, what else do we have? Door to spirit. And woman holding a coin with attachment. Interesting. Are you trying to escape? You stay right there. Door to spirit is about intuition or discernment, but also I think plays into the idea of there are relationships or connections that will make you feel grounded or more yourself. And then there are relationships or connections out there that will make you feel insecure or confused. And I think that this is somebody who is trying to find something reliable or wants to have that like consistent partner. But we also still have some sort of struggle here with the attachment card. This would be like the devil card, okay? I know that sounds like kind of extreme. This doesn't look too bad. But we have someone holding a mask there. And they have that mask because they don't feel comfortable like just being themselves, which is unfortunate. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want and when do we want it? This is the Tarot of the Nile. What else do we have? Hey Constantine, how are you doing today? Two of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Wow, that's weird. Okay. So, woman holding a coin. I don't think it requires much imagination for you all to be able to see how this is the same card, right? Woman holding a coin. Oh, look, it's another woman holding a coin. My coin's bigger. And then remember I said attachment is basically like the devil card? There we go. So this is obsession. This is not just like they say, I really do care even though I don't show you or show it. I don't know, man. Like, this is someone who wants to be in a committed relationship. They want exclusivity. The problem is, I'm not sure they know how to be in a relationship. This kind of feels to me like somebody is very attracted, very like interested in somebody. And even though there are emotions here, I feel like a lot of it has to do with I'm physically attracted to you, and I feel like other people would like be jealous or something. So it's obsessive, not necessarily loving. And we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This is what makes me feel like this is someone who's looking for like a trophy wife or, a sugar daddy, that kind of thing. I want to be in a connection, but it's not necessarily about the emotions. There's something they want from that, right? I'm glad to hear it, Constantine. Hello, Katya. How are you doing? We've got the Chariot. And the Knight of Cups. So yes, they fantasize about you, and I think they're going to make some sort of move. I think this is someone who's going to be very clear that they're interested in you. I don't think this is an ex. I think this is someone new. But I think you might be a little bit confused, or some of you might struggle with the discernment process. Some of you might be like, oh, dang, that person's really attractive. What red flags? I don't see any. All I see are six-pack abs and whatever, blue eyes. I don't know, whatever you like. This is a message that's coming through because we have a person that could potentially fall for the charming comments or the riz, if you will, from this person, but it's not love, it's obsession and like thirsty, you know? I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, Unida, how are you doing? Hello, Noreen. How are you? Hello, Nexus. Hey, Lee, what's up? I'm still feeling guilty, but I'll get over it, I promise. Thank you for being so chill. All right. Let's see what we got. My ex keeps calling and calling obsessively. Ooh. What is his issue? So it's not that he's trying to get a hold of Sage, is what you're saying, right? We shall take a look into that for you, Lee. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. James. How you doing, James? I'm proud of you, Lee. So we've got the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups. Part of the issue seems to be that when this new person approaches you and hits on you or, you know, suggests that you go out on a date or something, I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you're in kind of a vulnerable moment. Maybe you've just gotten rejected by someone. Maybe you've just had a really bad day at work, or maybe you've gotten into an argument with your parents. There's something here where you're like looking backwards, pondering what could have gone differently, or maybe even like, what did I do wrong in this situation? And because of that, like, I don't know if it's melancholy or disappointment or even betrayal, but that negative energy puts you in a place where when this attractive individual is trying to get with you, you might be a little bit more susceptible to it because you want a pick me up, right? Yeah, interesting. Well done, Matt. Hey, Katya, I do personal questions after the general reading, which will be probably 25 minutes from now. But you can get that added to the list with a super chat. Sorry, Rachel was already explaining it to you. Hello, Rachel. What's up? Hello, Rob. How you doing? What else do we have? So we've got the Tower and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is not somebody who's going to be looking for a long-term relationship. This is not somebody who is interested in monogamy or like getting married. But the Ten of Cups, remember I was saying there's something here where it's like, I feel a little bit not great about how things are going right now. So when someone hot hits on me, it's like, oh, stop, it's great. Don't fall for it. There's better options out there. Hello, Carrie. How you doing? I just got back from a walk, Rachel. Hello, Unida. Thank you for the tip. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through that. I hope things improve. I've added that for you. What else? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. I like that you're getting two aces together. That's cool. So this is someone who's going to make an offer or try to frame things up as I'm looking for a boyfriend, I'm looking for a girlfriend, I'm looking for monogamy. But no, they ain't. They looking for some passion. They want some Netflix and chill. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking of all the other alternatives that I've heard of. They want some naked time. That's what they're looking for. What do we want? We'll go with the Shadowscapes Tarot. It did. It might have might have ruined my hair a little bit, but it's okay. Oh, nice. I hope you enjoy it. Hello, WJ. Thank you for the compliment. Yes. And I got outside to record today too. I started off the day with a regular t-shirt, but it got too hot. Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. I think this is a person that gets introduced to you by someone you already know. So this could be a coworker's introducing you, or you go to happy hour with some friends and meet someone because of that. This feels not necessarily like dating app for most of you. Obviously there could be exceptions, but this is like you're not necessarily on guard from the get-go, right? You're not trying to look for those red flags, but there's someone who makes you like giggle or feel better about yourself after some challenging, frustrating day. Five of Wands. I love this card. How many foxes are on this card? I don't know, but aren't they adorable? Five of Wands is a card that talks about competition. It's a card that talks about arguments. So you've been through it, or this person shows up in your life and is hitting on you when you're dealing with some not great things. Like, oh gosh, I wish I didn't have to deal with my irritable brother, or dang it, I have to like go take all my ex's stuff back over. There's something here where it's like, today just sucks. I don't like today. And then this person kind of puts a bright spot on it for you by letting you know that they think you're real hot. So we got the Queen of Wands in the reverse, Judgment in the reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. These three cards pretty much all are saying, please don't sleep with that person. Please don't give in to temptation. All they want is the nookie. I did it all for the nookie. The nookie. So you can take that cookie. You can finish it, right? In other words. Oh, do we have Tiana? I didn't see Tiana. I like it, Rachel. Hello, is it Shardy? How are you doing? Hello, Rick. So we've got the eight of Cups in the reverse. So you might have a desire to get out and be a little bit crazy. You might need a little bit of affection. You might call up the best friend and say, can we go get a bite to eat? I just need to do something because today has been awful. And when you do that, it is, I'm pretty sure, qualifying as like self-care, right? You're doing something, you're like, I just need to eat like my favorite ramen, please, or my favorite chocolate chip cookies. Can we go? Whatever it is, you go, and then you meet this person. But they're like sparkly. I don't know how to explain it, other than they're just very attractive. Maybe it's just like someone who's 100% your type. But it's the combination of I'm not in a good mood, or I had a bad day, don't really feel awesome about myself, and then someone comes around and can make me smile and laugh and feel apparently very attractive, right? I don't think they're going to keep their attraction to you under lock and key. I think it's going to be pretty quick that they tell you that they're interested. We've got Three of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Swords. You don't expect to get hit on, so that's why I don't feel like it's a dating app. I don't really feel like it's a bar, although perhaps it could be for a few of you. This is just you trying to like salvage a day that hasn't been that great by going and doing something fun or seeing someone that you enjoy, and then you encounter this hot person. Oh, hello, it's a hot person. Hello, Marsha, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, Paul, what's up? This is the Romantic Lenormand. And I'm choosing this one because I don't have the Horny Lenormand. Is that a thing? Do you think they have one like that? What else? We have we have the mice, the owl, and the woman. I like it when you do that, Rachel. Thank you, Katya. And do you have a question? Rachel, you're so good about following up on that. Oh no. Awesome. I'm adding that for you, Katya. Do they have a message for me? And just so you'll know, we're at 18 minutes, so probably about 15 minutes or so. With the mice, this is a card that talks about loss, right? Can be theft, but I feel like this is more so aligning with that Five of Cups. The thing that happens that maybe puts you in a little bit of a rough mood or makes you feel like the day isn't going so great. But just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean that you need to throw out your intelligence, okay? Doesn't mean that you have to revert back to 22-year-old you, because you know that you don't really want to be with somebody like this and that you have a greater value than what this person would attribute to you. Some of you are going to be like, what does that mean, Carmen? When someone doesn't respect you or doesn't see the value that you bring to their life, they're not going to go out of their way. They're not going to initiate. They're not going to anticipate. They're not going to go out of their way to be kind or considerate towards you. They're going to be more so a user, right? What do I want from you? And when I get that thing from you, how quickly can I exit, right? All right, let's get a few from the Weird Cat Tarot. Hello. Is it Juan? How are you doing? That's some excitement right there. Did I say hello to Rick? I think I did. Just making sure. What else do we have? Just throwing the cards everywhere, you guys. Don't mind me. Hermit in the reverse. Ace of Cups. do not throw your wisdom out the window just because there's someone who's real purty or real hot standing in front of you. Yes, it looks like you are very attractive. However, I'm not sure you want anything of substance. You're too proper, okay? You deserve better. This person's going to make it seem like they've got emotions, or they're going to make it seem like they want something serious because that's how they get what they want, right? But you're too smart for that. So don't sacrifice what you've already learned and ignore your intuition just because getting your rocks off might help you forget a bad day. It's not worth it. There's other things you could do, right? I'm doing well, thank you. Katya, let me know more information. What are you curious on? Queen of Swords in the reverse. 10 of Swords in the reverse. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Goodness. And the Star? That is an incredible amount of air energy. Some of you are like, what does that mean, Carmen? A mighty wind. It means there's a lot of Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy coming through, which can be closely associated with intelligence and conversation. So honestly, what this is telling me is you can pick up on how this person speaks to you, what their intentions are. Y'all remember when, what's his name? Is it Keegan-Michael Key? When he did the like anger translator for Obama? I thought it was hilarious. Maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's what this is kind of looking like. And maybe that doesn't make a lot of sense, so let me explain. This person is going to use lovely language. They're going to be charming. They're going to be convincing. They're going to sound like everything that they're saying is honest. And I would say that you need to be cautious because just like there was with the anger translator, there's more meaning underneath, right? And if you had that anger translator, it would probably be more like a horny translator. Then someone would be a little bit more clued into what this person's actual intentions are. I think we got someone who really thinks highly of themselves. They got quite a lot of ego. And I think you have absolutely got the ability to pick up on that. You just have to be honest with yourself about it, right? Katya, I do tend to avoid health issues, but let me just add a little asterisk here about anything that you need to know. Hello, Samuel. Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through all of that. I'm going to add you to the list. And we'll see if we've got any advice for you. Okay, Samuel? And if anyone can send some positive, abundant energy towards Samuel, I appreciate it. What else do we have? Hello, BRF. How are you doing? Knight of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. This is the person you meet. The 9 of Pentacles is a single person. And quite often is an individual that people are lusting after, or they like look up to that person, right? There's usually multiple people expressing interest. Sorry, I'm getting irritated by how dark it is in here again. Let's see. Yeah, you got it? Will that help? Should we put you down here? Yeah, I talk to my candles, don't you? It's totally normal, okay? Shut up. You know, I make my own candles, so technically, like, that's a good justification for it, right? Ooh, I do think that that is happening, Katya. Aw, you got it. Uh-huh. All right, what else? Two of Pentacles. Okay, I have some hope here that you're going to do all right. You're going to ignore this person's offer. You got the Two of Pentacles, and this is like, no, I've been trying to focus on maintaining balance and not having a bunch of toxic energy in my life. And I think you realize that if you were to entertain this person, that it would just cause some chaos. It would just cause some confusion or some frustration. You start being a little bit more honest with yourself after the initial, like, golly, you're really attractive. And accept that it's probably not a good idea, right? Ace of Wands, Justice, and the Devil in the reverse. You know, I was a little nervous there for you. I thought you were going to give in to the garden tool. I thought you were going to just drop those pants, you know? Sorry. Gotta use the Minnesota accent every once in a while. The Ace of Wands can be, by the way, a little bit of a phallic card. And even though you have this attraction, even though you're like, he's like totally my type, you make the right decision, and I am proud of you. So proud of you. We have the Devil in the reverse. You might be tempted. You might find them very attractive. You might, when you get home later that night, be like, dang it, why did I do that? Hashtag regret. But that hashtag regret would have been much bigger, much heavier on your soul if you had actually dropped the pants for this person. So good work rejecting them. Let's get a few from Love Tarot, shall we? Yes, thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate that mucho. Hello, Mind the Gap. How you doing? Yes, I don't know if you can tell, but I got a cat right here. And I got Bast, which is an Egyptian cat goddess. And this was my Suey. When I look at this picture, I can't help but think Mr. Steal Your Girl. Just the, like, oh no, it's like falling. Like the confidence that he exudes, you know? Oh, that's so cool. Hello, Melissa. And Matt is also a very cool person. Oh, that's sweet of you, Samuel. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, what else do we have? Ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. I think there's someone here who ghosted you, and because you've been ghosted by someone else, you might be a little bit more susceptible to falling for a garden tool, falling for someone who really just wants the physical connection because you're missing this person from your past. I wish Chris would call me, or I wish, Kelly would text me, whatever it is. Because you're sad and missing this other person, it doesn't even have to be a romantic person, right? It could be a friend. Because you're going through a rough time, it's a little bit easier for you to fall for some of those manipulative approaches. Yes, of course, Katya. I will add it to the other one that you have, or like do all of those questions for you at the same time, by the way. That's cool. All right, so Matt and Melissa, since y'all have the same birthday, when do you get married? Just kidding. Oh, that's so cool. So we've got the need time to heal and wild side. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. This could be what the ghosted person should have said to you. This could also be what your spirit guides are saying. Could you please reject that hot person and focus on your healing? But the risk here is you got a wild side. Yep. I see it. There's a side to you I haven't seen and I want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. I feel like this is the approach that the hot person takes. They're like, come on, let loose a little bit. Let's have some fun. Okay, but with the pants on, please. Exactly. This is the Witch's Tarot. I'll grab just a couple more and then we're gonna start with the personal questions. And let me just make a little note for Katya here. Aw, I'm glad to hear that. Wouldn't that be funny, Melissa? All right, any other points with this general reading? I feel like I've kind of hit the point home pretty hard here. Please do not have sex with this person. Yeah, no, you're really hot and everything, but my tarot reader told me that I can't do you. I don't know why I'm always doing the rejections as phone calls. It's just more fun, I think. We've got the Lovers and the Three of Pentacles. The Prince of Wands, which would be the Knight of Wands. Yeah, so you've got a choice. And I feel like instead of bumping uglies with this person, there's a different use of your time or energy that would be much better for you. So I don't know, maybe you could be like making money because you're working overtime, or maybe you could meet somebody who is actually interested in a long-term relationship. Don't get distracted by this charming person because they're going to hold back on you. This is the kind of person that would ghost you, or this is the kind of person who would say they have emotions but never actually demonstrate that, right? Hey, Vaccinator, how are you doing? Oh no, you getting greedy, Vaccinator? The Giants? I don't know, man. That might require too much magic. Oh, okay. Let me add that for you, Katya. See something different. Why? All right, I have added that for you. Thank you, hon. No worries, Rachel. Hey, inner soul, please stop repeating messages. All right, so let me put that over. Princess of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So to really just like kind of hit the point home, yes, you want to reject this person. Yes, you want to keep your clothes on. No, this person's not interested in anything serious. And yes, they would be a disappointment. Just, summarizing it for you. And it feels to me like you would lose an opportunity with somebody who would actually be a pretty good fit in terms of long-term relationship or actually like emotionally mature. So we want to make sure that that's not like a missed opportunity for you because of some garden tool. All right. This is the, oh no, Morgan Greer, or like 90% of it. There we go. We're going to start on those personal questions. So we've got Lee, and then Unida, and then Katya, and then Samuel. So Lee is asking about the ex calling obsessively. He's already spoken to the daughter. So why is he calling Lee so much? Why is the ex calling Lee obsessively? Knight of Pentacles, Hermit in the reverse, Six of Swords, Justice, and Queen of Cups in the reverse. Because he's done something dumb. I'm sorry if that was too blunt. I think he's messed something up. I think he's done something that could potentially cause him problems down the line. And he's calling to try to get something from you, whether that is advice or I don't know, he's like trying to borrow money or what. It kind of feels more so like I know that there is something that I've done that I shouldn't have done. And to make sure that it doesn't impact the decision or the agreement that we have with the courts, it's like he's trying to do something here to emotionally manipulate you. So there's something that I feel like this is a behavior that he had stopped and now he's gone back to it. So if he had, quit drinking, now he's back to being, at the bar all the time. So I feel like he had successfully excised something that was not a good influence in his life, and now he's like best friends with us again. Now he's going back to that old behavior. So why does this mean he has to call Lee? All right, because he needs to try to find a way to make it sound better or to try to cover up what's going on. So he feels like he has to set up some sort of defense or maybe even like an alibi of some sort. Does she need to listen or like, you can, you don't have to. I don't know how much you've answered or talked to him, but I feel like it doesn't impact you much. He's spinning his wheels and trying to find a way to minimize consequences, but I think he's still going to have those consequences anyways, So hopefully he stops, but I think right now he's viewing this as the most effective way to like move the needle, even if it's just a little bit, Yeah, I don't think you have to, Lee, because I don't think it would be like a good use of your time, but I can see why it would be annoying. He fell back into something, some bad habit. Hopefully he can stop that. So we've got Unida up next. This is the Pulp Tarot. And I'm sending you some positive energy, Unida. A big hug. What higher self advice do we have for Unida, please? What advice for Unida's higher self do we have? Thanks, James. Hierophant in the reverse. Nine of Swords. Emperor. The World in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this feels to me like frustration over someone not doing right by the rules or like going against the grain. So this could be someone that you have respect for generally, or someone that had previously been a little bit more reliable. And I feel like this is saying, yes, this person's letting you down, or yes, this person is being a bit of a disappointment. But don't assume the worst when it hasn't been completed yet. The situation is ongoing or the decision hasn't been finalized yet. With that Ace of Pentacles, I feel like there's an assumption that something is going wrong or is not going as well as you would like it to, but there's still more information or still more. It's like there's a silver lining that doesn't get discovered by you until the last minute. And I do feel like this is because there's someone here who's looking out for you. So unexpected good news that I think is going to help your mood, right? What kind of news is this? What does this have to deal with? Six of Swords, improving. Well, yes, but like what? Like money, social. I feel like this is social. So whether it's, you know, you haven't been getting along with your family or you haven't been getting along with your coworkers or in a relationship, there's something here where good news comes in or you have like a greater sense of, okay, so it's not as bad as I thought or things are going to be okay. So breathe a sigh of relief. It'll be okay. There's good news coming in. All right, let's see. We'll go with Under the Oak. Is there Hi, Melissa. So I would say in general, when I'm doing the live streams, pretty much every one of them, I do 30 to 35 minutes of a general reading and then finish off with personal questions. And then when I do like all signs readings, that might be a little bit different because there's a little bit more structure with the 12 astrological signs that I have to go through. But yeah, pretty consistently, that's the mode. And I do about 3 live streams a day, maybe 2. All right, so for Katya's reading, we've got a possible loss of spiritual connection. And is there a message for Katya regarding this spiritual connection? What is the message for Katya? I love that name, by the way, Katya. Page of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the Star in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, I can see why it feels a little bit almost like it's been demoted or it doesn't have the same kind of shine. There's an issue here with communication with the Page of Swords. And I do feel like someone's keeping a secret. And I think you're picking up on that. I think you can tell that the situation isn't the way that it used to be because you feel that there is something that's being hidden. And it could be an attraction or a crush or, you know, I wasn't honest with you about my intentions. There's something here where it's like, I can kind of tell, like, I feel like the temperature's off. I feel like there's something here with a third party. 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the Star in the reverse. I think your person has been feeling stuck or indecisive. I don't know if I should do this, or I don't know if I should invest more in what I've got. The 6 of Cups indicates that there is a strong emotional connection. I want to do right by you, but we also have the Star in the reverse. So there's disconnect, or like I feel like I can't find you. I feel like I can't understand what's going on. And there's also something that is unhealed in this person. King of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. I do feel like there's going to be someone who walks away and a boundary put in place. Is this going to last? But it might be temporary. I will just say this though, Katya. If someone doesn't know how to value what you bring to their life until they lose it, that's a bit of a disappointment, and I would say indicates a lack of emotional maturity. It's just not the right time, or they don't know how to appreciate the connection, right? I don't know if I would, hmm, the connection though. Okay, so here's how I view it. A spiritual connection is like two hands like this, and the spiritual connection sits on top of it, and the two hands to me represent love. So let me see, I have a Two of Cups out here. Where was it? Here it is. So even though it might not be like romantic love, there's still like a spiritual connection that is cradled in love, whether it's platonic or family love or love of yourself. But if this is not a romantic love, this is talking about how you view yourself or how you're connected to maybe even your spirit guides. But there's an issue in terms of maybe just like avoiding this healing. The Star in the reverse. So I would argue there's still love involved. There's almost always love involved, even if it's platonic, right? But if it's not a romantic connection, then this is about how you view yourself. And how you view yourself may not be fair. How you value yourself may need to be improved upon, right? Yeah. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate that. And then we have, is there anything that Katya needs to know? Queen of Cups. Five of Swords, World in the reverse, and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So this is kind of clarifying that previous part. The Five of Swords can indicate self-sabotage or a tendency to, it's like, miss the deadline or not necessarily communicate the way that it should be, even if it's communication with yourself. Because notice this Queen of Cups, you've got one face, two face, three face. I feel like there are times where you value yourself and see yourself in a more loving way. But what I'd like to see is there be a greater percentage of time where you are showing that love towards yourself, right? And with the World in the reverse, there's something that's undone or left unfinished. But I see you making the decision to deal with this, and it improves that sense of self or that connection. So the biggest advice regarding that spiritual connection is be very picky or discerning on what you invest in. I see you pulling back your energy on something and things improving for you. We've got every time I see myself in the mirror, I see something different. Why? Oops, wrong place. Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Four of Cups in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So I see distinctive mental or emotional entities. I don't know how to... I don't want to delve too much into like mental health stuff, but I do feel like there is a separation here. We have a version of you that is more positive or optimistic. And then we have kind of like a darker side, a little bit more likely to be critical or combative. And this contributes to the perception that you have of yourself. I don't know if it's necessarily like dysmorphia, but with the Two of Wands, I see distinct elements of your personality or how you view yourself. This contributes to a bit of dissociation or even like not liking certain elements of yourself. And with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, I feel like there is an opportunity approaching you in the near future where you're able to be more forgiving or less harsh on yourself. And then that shifts for you. So, okay. I just got a weird piece of advice. I heard talk to yourself in the mirror. Not something I generally recommend to people. But what I'm getting is there's something about your voice bringing you back to yourself. So I guess try that. Maybe not around other people. I don't know. I see it changing for you because you become more aware of it. But I don't think it'll be like that for much longer. All right, so then we've got Samuel looking for some advice. Thank you for your patience, Samuel. This is the Pause Tarot. Hello, Ray. How are you doing? Yes, say nice things to yourself. Exactly. Yes, Carl Jung. What advice do we have for Samuel, please? Hierophant in the reverse, Eight of Swords. Queen of Cups in the reverse, Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Nine of Wands. There's a perception of the world or of yourself that you cling to that is wrong. It is overly negative or a little bit insecure. The way you view yourself, much like I said in the last reading, impacts the real world, your situation. And right now, I feel like this Eight of Swords is saying you have blinded yourself to some of the more amazing elements of who you are as a person. You might have some things that you need to change. You might have some things you need to work on, but you also have some really awesome attributes. You have some great characteristics. So being a little bit more cognizant or aware of those things that you like about yourself is going to make it easier for you to be dang it. I really hate that I can't swear the way I want to swear. I could, but YouTube gets all uppity and they clutch their pearls. But like that's one of those moments where I would like to swear. That was not fun. That was like half the deck that just fell slowly off the table. Oh well. Hold please. I'm cleaning up my dang mess. Alright. The pause cats are being difficult, but we're gonna get a little bit more of an answer for you here. Hello, Ruben. How are you doing? Yes, exactly. I do not, Ray. What are you talking about? This is me insulted a second day in a row by you, Ray. I don't think you understand. I really don't think you understand. I used to work in a very, like, I don't know if I should say that. How do I say this? I was surrounded by people who swore all the time, and I swore all the time. Now I can't swear here. Stupid YouTube. I don't even know which words they get all sensitive about. You know, some that we wouldn't consider like an actual swear word where you have to be like tiptoeing around it. I'm not good at tiptoeing, okay? Hello, Papa. What's up? Hello, Third Eye. Look, let's just say I've had some jobs where swearing was encouraged. Samuel, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. We got the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, Page of Wands in the reverse. There is something in your life that you are being called to walk away from. This could be a person, this could be a behavior or a habit, or it could be an actual place. But with the Page of Wands in the reverse, I get the impression that you have been too kind in your assessment of this person, place, or thing. You're being too nice. If you were to be honest, real honest with yourself about what this is and how great it is for your life, you'd be like, I don't think I need that anymore. When you walk away from this thing that you initially took to be a good thing or a good person or whatever, then things start shifting for you. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The risk here is that you don't change anything. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is like, it's okay. This has been working out for me that long. No. Dynamic energy is good for you. Changing or being willing to switch things up is good. If you do this Page of Pentacles thing, a new venture, then things improve. But with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, there's a pretty big risk here of staying on that same path. So I challenge you to be kinder to yourself in terms of how you speak to yourself and perhaps a little bit more bold, as long as you can plan accordingly, right? We don't want to like quit a job and have nothing at least somewhat lined up, right? But I see you making some changes. And the first one is how you talk to yourself and how you acknowledge the worth or the value that you have. All right, so let's see. That's how the saying goes, but I don't agree with it, Ray. Yes, it really is. When I was in sales, if somebody, like a customer or a potential customer, was dropping F-bombs, I was right there with them. It's called mirroring. I'm pretty good at it. But I can't mirror a silent live chat crew. Inner Soul, I appreciate that you did not continue to repeat your messages. So I'm going to pull a few cards for you, okay? Nut, I usually delete these things, but I think I'm going to let that one slide. Oh, I hope that isn't how it continues to be for you, Katya. I think you're awesome. All right, so what do we have for Inner Soul? And if you don't mind making sure you like or subscribe or hype, I would very much so appreciate that, Inner Soul. We've got the Moon in the reverse, the High Priestess, the Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Wands, and Two of Wands. There's someone who is not a big fan of yours. This High Priestess is someone who smiles in your face but likes to send you negative energy. I do feel like this is someone who's holding a grudge, but I think they've exaggerated or been a little bit of a princess about the situation. Not necessarily saying that they're a woman, but this High Priestess is, it's like they're making something that you said or did out to be worse than it actually was because, you know, they want to like be mad at you about it. But we've got this Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords in the reverse. I feel like whatever negative energy this person is sending your way, even if it's just, you know, talking about you negatively, it's not working. It's not going to have the desired impact, or you are too strong to have this energy even like reach you. So we have this Queen of Wands, right? That's you. The High Priestess was the other person. You have the ability to move on and leave this person in your dust and focus on the things that are actually important instead of having to get distracted by whatever they're trying to do to like mess with you. So, is there something we need to know for sure? Five of Cups. There is something you need to let be the past. Let it go. Forgive someone or accept that something isn't going to happen or isn't going to change. When you do that, it's like you completely eradicate this other person's energy from yours. They aren't able to influence your mood or what happens to you or the blessings that come to you. So I feel like you're going to cut this person off or you're going to cut the cord. You're going to be like, "Mm, it's okay, not a big deal." And then things get easier for you. That's fun. All right, you guys, I gotta leave it there because I'm getting hungry. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you are able to. You are so welcome.